This is One on One. We are speaking to a gentleman who is in the forum tonight, the panel discussion I'm pleased to moderate. He is Ian Betz, a U.S. Navy veteran, Coast Guard Reserve. It is great to be speaking with you. First, thank you for your service, and thank you for being a part of tonight. Let's talk about the purpose of tonight. You served our country, you continue to serve our country, but a couple of years ago, your life changed dramatically. Can you talk about it?
Yes, sir. I was in the reservation with my girlfriend, and we were just sitting along a path. And to make a long story short, a tree fell on me from behind. And it was one of those freak accidents where you have a billion trees, and I just happened to be in that area where a tree decided to fall and fall in my area, my direction.
The impact on you in terms of the injury?
I can't walk anymore. I'm a T10, T11, paraplegic. I use a wheelchair to get around. And it could have been worse, and I'm thankful that it wasn't.
A little bit later on, you're going to be in what is called the Exoskeleton. Right? We'll show some video as we're talking about it of some previous folks who have used the Exoskeleton. Describe what it is and describe how it's impacted your life.
Sure. The Exoskeleton is basically just a mechanical device, legs that strap outside of my legs and around my waist with some upper body support, and basically stands me up, and I'm able to walk and turn around, sit back down. And the nice thing about it is it's nice to stand up again. I'm used to always looking at people's midriffs. It's nice to be standing again and looking at people's faces.
It's clearly had an impact on the quality of your life. The foundation, Kessler Foundation, describe the role in all this.
The Kessler Foundation has been great in that I've been in studies that have been helping me.
Explain those studies if you could, Ian.
There's one called the wheelchair skill study, and that's helped me out to do stuff like wheelies, and which is really helpful when you're in a city, because when you have to go off a subway car into a platform, there's usually a gap that's maybe 2 inches high and 2 inches wide, and if you know how to do a wheelie, you can just wheelie off of that. So,
did you have to work hard at doing that?
In the beginning, yeah, but it comes pretty quick. Once you have the proper instruction, it works out pretty quickly.
What was the role of the foundation in all that?
They're the one who conducted the study and the training in Kessler, West Orange.
So, part of this discussion tonight, and you have to see the people behind us, they are part of the audience, the panel. Ian's part of the panel, as I said. Talk a little bit about the employment issues, the challenges, if you will, that veterans, particularly those who are dealing with certain challenges physically, cognitively, when it comes to employment.
Well, it's funny. I had my own business before the accident. And
what kind of business?
It was telecom, pulling wire, programming phone systems. And I'm still doing that, not on the grandiose scale that I was doing at the time. But I'm trying to build that back up where I'm still viable at this point. But I think about if I had to get a job somewhere else, how difficult it would be, only because most people with spinal cord injuries have chronic pain. And that chronic pain takes a toll on you physically. Some days are good, some days are bad.
You have chronic pain?
Yes, sir. Around the midriff where the accident happened. And some days are good, some days are bad. And I can't imagine there's people who have such bad pain that they have to take sleeping pills. I'm not there. And I can't imagine how you could work for somebody, or you have to find a very understanding employer to work around a schedule where you have good days and bad days.
Curious about this. I don't want to get overly philosophical with you, but there are a lot of people who say, not just thank you for your service, and folks mean it, but it's not enough, is it?
Well, it's funny that you mentioned something like that. I'm so thankful for the VA. The VA stepped in and has helped me out immensely.
How so?
This wheelchair, it's titanium, the wheels. The exo that I'll be doing is a VA funded.
The Exoskeleton, funded by the Veterans Administration?
Yes, sir. And they work with the foundation also. That's why I'm here, because they work so closely together. And just gave me the ability to go back out into the world. When I left Kessler, I wasn't really ready to leave, but insurance kind of cut me off. The VA picked me up and brought me to East Orange for another month. And thank God for that, because I was physically stronger to go home and meet my challenges.
It's interesting. You used the word several times, thankful, grateful. Really?
That's great. What a great country to not only say but thank you, but show it by funding these projects like the VA. I get very frustrated when I see a veteran complain about the service he's getting when he's getting great service. So yeah, I'm very thankful.
Thanks, Ian.
My pleasure. Thank you.
One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation, celebrating over 25 years of broadcast excellence. Funding for this edition of One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been provided by Fedway Associates, Kessler Foundation, Georgian Court University, the Healthcare Foundation of New Jersey, Summit Medical Group, New Jersey Resources, and by the Fidelco Group. Transportation provided by Airbrook Limousine, serving the metropolitan New York, New Jersey area.